Hey guys, what's up everyone, and welcome to Young Titan World. Hope you guys are doing great, and I hope your week has been prosperous and fruitful. Today we're gonna be making a review for Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. Now, granted, it has been out since 2020, and I didn't watch it. I saw it on TV one time and I just passed by the screen because it looked like a kid show. You gotta cut me some slack. That was the time that I was just. The moment I was watching, I think, was when Scorpion was running around with his kid on his back. That was just not a part I was a fan of. And so yeah, I just walked past it and never gave it much of a thought. So it was just to should I say, yeah, yesterday I watched it and I soaked it all in and it was amazing. Now before I decide to go off on my raw and unhindered um, view on the whole thing, I'd like us to just read a little bit of literature concerning it. Now, you guys might not know what Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge is. I mean, I don't know if it got a lot of hype when it came out. I honestly didn't hear it. I saw it on a couple of TV stations, but I doubt anyone was like all a buzz for it. It was the movie that people kept on talking about, not the cartoons. And this is a cartoon or animation, whichever way you like to call it. So let's get into it. Mortal Kombat Legends, which is Scorpion's Revenge, is an animated action adventure movie based on the popular video game series Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat. That was weird. The film follows the story of the character Scorpion, who seeks revenge against those who destroyed his family and his clan. So first of all, that's basically the whole starting plot for it. We get Scorpion starting up. He's got his kid. He's living the life. He's got a wife and everything. And all of a sudden, the Lin Kuei showed up and they fuck everything up. Now, first of all, the animation in Scorpion's Revenge is excellent. Wait, I can't deny that. I saw the same kind of animation used for, I think, is it the Joker? For the whole Injustice cartoon as well. So yeah, I can agree that that was the black that they use in everyone being of these very I don't know how to say it. The artwork on it is very serious. It's like it's so graphic. I don't think I'm using the right words. It's like it's hard. I don't know how to explain it. It looks hard and it looks very engaging. I'm bad with this. I'm just bad with the words. Let's just go on. Yeah, but the animation is excellent. The characters are well designed and the fight scenes are incredibly dynamic and exciting. The filmmakers have done a great job of capturing the brutality and intensity of the Mortal Kombat universe or Mortal Kombat universe. Yeah, that goes to say every time that they punched someone, they ended up cracking their skulls, and I'm like, dude, if even half of what you're showing me is through, they're not supposed to get up after that. It's like they could punch someone so hard that their skull cracks in, and then the person is still fighting. I think one of the such scenes, they kicked someone's rib so hard it went in. You could see the bone breaking the ribs and going to where the heart is supposed to be, and the person is still fighting. Not only did the person continue fighting, he won. And I might tell you who that person is, but I'm sure if you heard the name, you wouldn't be surprised. But it definitely freaked me out that they don't use biology or the state of human nature to define what happens in this TV series. I mean, this movie. Sorry, I've been making TV series reviews for so long. It's one of the first things that pop out of my mouth when I'm reviewing. Okay, let's continue. The filmmakers have done a great job. The brutality and intensity was great. I loved everything, including the voice acting, which was also outstanding. There was Patrick Seitz delivering a memorable performance as Scorpion. He almost had me convinced that he was a freaking Japanese guy who was taking care of his family and he lost everything. And he also did the get over here very well. I enjoyed it. It's life. I just loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved Scorpion as a character, and having the knowledge that he used to be, a good person, a family guy, and losing it all to go down this path of darkness. It's really cool. You get to really bond with him as a character and not think of him as this mindless killer. He's killing because, vengeance has ruled his heart for so long. Anyways, yeah, voice acting is outstanding. The rest of the cast, the voice cast that is, includes Joel McHale, acting as Johnny Cage. Now, Johnny Cage was unaware of the whole situation that was going around him, and it took a while before he actually assimilated and decided to actually help, efficiently. I think the first match that he got was what one of the members of the Akatraka, or I never get the names right, the Akatraka, and he totally bodied that guy. Are you giving me an alarm right now? Stop it. Anyways, ideally, I loved their voice acting. He was able to bring up the snarky and the overconfident type of person that Johnny Cage actually is. And you could say that I'm not exactly a devout follower of what Mortal Kombat is. I followed the games. I've watched a couple of game fights on YouTube, but I've never actually sunk myself into the Mortal Kombat lore because I've never been a fan of comic books unless, of course, it's Marvel. Then I'm all for it. But I did enjoy a lot that they brought to life. They were they always stuck to the code, It's almost as if you could just see them in the script room, just trying to figure out how many ways they could link all the things that are usually said in the game, like, get over here, or your soul is mine, or it's like, round one, fight. Just all of those things are just like incredible, and they're able to chip that in without making it look weird. So I enjoyed that part of it, at least. Yeah, so we had Joel McHale, who was playing as Johnny Cage. We had Jennifer Carpenter. I'm trying to remember who Jennifer Carpenter is, but it's not the girl from Girl Meets World. That's Sabrina Carpenter. So I'm trying to know if I know Jennifer Carpenter. If you know her, you can let me know down in the comments. But she's also impressive, and they all do a great job of bringing their characters into life. I really enjoyed the backstories, though. I never knew how, what's his name? Jax. I never knew how Jax got his enhancement/disability. He lost his arms, but he gained mechanical ones, which were way more superior and way more cooler. And if you watch the Mortal Kombat 11 game, you see what I'm talking about. Ideally, they nailed it, okay? They nailed it. I loved every piece of it because I know that it's very conscious for you to want everything that you've seen in the game be put on the big screen and in that way. Now, Scorpion's Revenge is not like, super perfect. It was quite violent and gory, which may not be to everyone's taste. Additionally, whilst the story is engaging, it also is quite predictable, and there are a few surprises along the way. It's not wrong. Like, you can't deny it. We all know the story of how you're gonna fight a lot of characters, and in the end, you're gonna defeat the big bad Shao Kahn. It's in a game, okay? If they did anything contrary to the game, it would not be an adaptation of the game. So, mind you, I don't think that if you haven't watched it before, you're supposed to go in there with your mind to be blown, okay? It's just, I feel like honestly, it's a movie that's paying homage to the game, which has been the source of entertainment for everyone who is currently in their 20s or their 30s or their 40s, probably in their 50s, who knows, because it has been around for quite some time. There have been generations of people who have sat by an arcade game, that have sat behind a really bulky ass computer, just hidden away at those keyboards trying to bring out a combo they've probably never seen before. It's a really amazing thing, and I love the fact that they were able to turn this into something that had a storyline and gave a lot of people a lot more backstories. It actually makes me curious as to what I'm to expect when I'm going to play the game myself. Currently, I'm trying to figure out a better way to get a PC that can help me play my games and stream them as well. And it's a plan in progress, and you can also be a part of the plan, but more of that when we're about to get done, okay? Now, overall, Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge is an enjoyable and well made animated movie that should satisfy fans of Mortal Kombat. Now, the animation is excellent, the voice accent is just out of the world, and the story is engaging and well written. If you're a fan of the franchise, then this is the movie that is definitely worth checking out. Now, mind you, you already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have them go through some, meticulous crisis, a lot of backstory, a lot of tears, and this was actually hovering around Scorpion and how he became the most badass character in all of Mortal Kombat. At first, I thought that Scorpion was a bad guy when I was playing the games back in the old days. I think by that time I was 12, we used to rush to the IT lab just so that we could sit close to the computers that had Mortal Kombat on them. Because we knew that when it was 15 minutes to time up, the teacher for IT would leave us and give us some sort of privacy with the computer, and then we got to play like 15 minutes of the game, and it was just epic. But you had to be close to those computers before, and that always seemed to be like one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to school. Apart from that, I would not be caught dead walking in that direction. But yeah, I do enjoy the animation. I said it before, it looks so hard and serious, and even though there was Johnny Cage to make light of the whole tensed up situations, I still believed that it was very epic. You know, not a lot of bad things, not a lot of bad things. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I have to say, there was no side of it that was really like boring for me, because I was just like awing every time that they broke skulls and they were cracking body parts and they were ripping off limbs. I felt calm and happy when I saw that, because I'm pretty sure I'm desensitized and I can't really feel that sort of thing anymore. So maybe I would have to try something stronger next time. But as far as um, Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge goes, it's perfect. Okay, it's beautiful. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. Okay, it's fun for the family. If your family has no one under the ages of 16, you're good, right? I'm sure. I mean, there's no like sex scenes or anything. It's just that you see a lot of heads flying and arms being ripped apart and bones being broken and like lives being lost and a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Like, if that was supposed to be the amount of water you had in your body, you keep a lot of people not thirsty. That's just what I'm saying. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it too. but I don't know if you will as well. Mortal Kombat does have a lot of fight scenes, and it's not very dependent on something new. I think mainly because we all know how it goes. You fight a couple of characters before you get to Goro. You have to fight a lot of them. Kano. There are characters there that we didn't see in some of the very first games that came out. I never even got to see Kai. Kai was amazing. I really liked him. He used to shoot fireballs underneath him, and it would, revert upwards, but towards your direction. Or then he'd fire it straight at you. Or then he'd fire it up into the air and it'd fall on you. It was just great. I just love this character. Yeah, but that's gonna be everything for the whole review. It's very simple, really. It's a no-brainer. I was I have to say I'm not really confident that Mortal Kombat can do anything different that will surprise us. Unless, of course, they decide to, in real time, continue the game to an outer world. Like how all of this is going. Okay, just let me just stop right here, okay? Because if you've played the most recent Mortal Kombat, you know that there's a character called Geras, and there's a new god in town, and it's completely different from what we're watching in the cartoons. So I gotta tell you, I don't know where it's headed, but if there's another movie that's gonna come out for Mortal Kombat, it's gonna be live action or it's gonna be anything, I do hope that the storyline also checks out. So yeah, I hope I can check back in with you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for listening, and this is Young Titan. Now, before I go, I've said this before. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your listens. I've been doing this for quite some time, and I do appreciate every kind of support that I've ever gotten. I appreciate you guys so much. You have done so much for me, and I cannot in real time express to you how much I don't deserve you. And trust me, I'm really good with that. I'm good with telling people how I don't deserve them. I'm the best. Anyways, there is this program that is being had for those who post their podcast on Spotify, and it's kind of like a payment system. If you are if I get followed onto Spotify, if I get up to 100 followers, I can run ads that's basically just talking about Spotify and how good it is for you. I mean, yeah, that might be a little bit cringe to talk about Spotify because ideally I don't even use Spotify. I download my shit from the internet like an old man, and I just listen to them on my phone. The iPhone is giving me much of a problem because it does not allow me to enjoy this by using its music player to play all of my music. It just it gets blind when it's supposed to find my music files. So I guess I'm gonna have to try it through iTunes and download it on my laptop before I get access, which is just, another burden on its own. Anyways, about what I was saying about the program itself. If you guys could follow me on Spotify, that would be amazing, because then I would be eligible for it as well, and I would also be able to, really make these episodes consistent and start posting twice a day. And we could be going for everything and anything. I'm talking games, movies, animes, even poor life choices by people in society, myself, you name it. I'll be all over the place. You wouldn't even know what can't be reviewed, my guy. Probably we could even review Mars, review the moon, review the sun. We could fucking review any fucking thing in this world. But it will start with you guys. And I've already got 2 followers, and that's even way before this program came to be a thing. And I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. So that's going to be everything. I'm sorry for giving you so many ums. You could probably make it into a gold chain. But take care of yourselves. This is Young Titan, and I've had a blast giving you this review. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Young Titan out. Thanks for listening.